Okay, so I will show you how I make my granny squares and also how to do color changes. So I start always with a magical ring. For those who don't know how to do it, I take my yarn like this and I pull through here. That's how easy it is. And then you can start one. So the first 3 chains I make are for the for 1 double crochet, and then I make 3 more chains for the corner. And then I can start with my first full granny block. 1, 2, 3, and then again 3 chains in the corner. I will pull this a little bit tight already. Okay. Sometimes easier to work if it's not too big, the circle. So now I already made my 4th corner. So I do 1, 2 more double crochets. I pull this tight and then a slip stitch in the 3rd chain. Now for the next round I slip stitched into the corner, and then I start with my 2nd round in the corner. 1. I like to do 3 chains in the corner and 1 chain in between the granny blocks. You can also choose to do, for example, only 2 in the corner, or you can skip the 1 chain stitch in between the granny blocks. It all depends on how you like your granny square. It also depends on if your work is very loose or very tight. Know that if you change the amount of chain stitches, it also will affect the size of your granny square. But it really all depends on how you prefer it. Okay, I'm coming to the last corner, and now I will change color for the next round. But first, always a good idea to put your granny square down and check, like, see if your corners are all looking good. So you have to have 4 corners. If you're making it in the same way, you can also make the hexagon. Then you need the 6 corners. So always like put it down and check. For the color change, I do that in the last stitch of this round. So now I start with the pink yarn and pull through. And I always place the first color so that I actually I will show you. Okay, so now the green one is under there, so it won't come loose as easily. while you're working. So for the second round, the 3 chains or 1 double crochet, and I use this as the last double crochet of the granny block that will become here in the end. So now I do another chain 1 to go into the corner. My yarn is coming closer and closer. Okay, so I'll put that one over there again. When I see I made a mistake here, I will ignore it for now, since it's only to show you how to do the color changes and the granny squares. But you see that here I forgot. I have only 2 that I worked in the corner for some reason. That's what happens when you're talking and working at the same time. Okay. The yarn keeps coming. Okay. Yes, and there we go again. This is the last corner, and then I will switch colors again at the end of this row. So now I have to do 2 more double crochets. Okay. Again, I will pick up the green yarn now to close the rounds, and then I put the pink one over here just to have a little bit tight. And now you see, now I'm at the end. So I'll go into the chain space with a slip stitch. So the pink one goes over there. My yarn is already a bit tangled, so there we go. Now the chain 3 is the first double crochet of this little group. Also, this yarn wants to come and say hi. we're coming again to the end of this row. And again I will pick up the, there you go, pink yarn, and now this one is again the last one of this group, the same as we did in the other pink row. So I'll do another chain 1 and go into this one here, the next chain space, and in this way you actually can continue as big as you want. So I always switch between having the chain 3 at the end of the row as the last one of the granny block, and then the other row as the first one, and then I go in with a slip stitch into the chain space. So, and then you actually don't see the how do you say it in English, the line where you switch colors and where you start a new row. You don't notice it that much, and in the back you can always take your yarn with you. So there you go. Good luck.